Hi friends, welcome back to another edition of Slow Cooker Bill presents stuffed bell pepper. This is good. Really, really good. It's full of flavor, it's juicy. And look how easy it cuts, just like that. Boy, trust me, you're gonna love this. This is really, really good. I left the ingredients for you down below in the description. But you need to try this. It's juicy, it's flavorful, and it's easy to make. I'll show you how. Let's get cooking. Let's get cooking. So in a medium skillet, we're going to brown up our beef a little bit. So for the most part, I got all my grease out. Okay, so we just added the 1 tablespoon of garlic. We're going to mix that in. Okay, next is the half a teaspoon of basil, half a teaspoon of oregano. I'm going to mix that up real good. Boy, you can just smell those spices coming alive. If you see any big chunks in there, just keep hitting it. We want to try and get it as small as possible, okay? Right, next we're going to add in the half a cup of salsa. Alright, just going to pour it right in there just like that. Let's get the spoon and get the rest of that out. Boy, let me tell you, it smells amazing already. Okay, after we get that all mixed in, we're going to add in 3.8 ounces black olives. And a half a cup of rice. Alright, we're going to mix all that in. Now you are going to have some of this meat mixture left over, but boy does it taste good. I would add more salsa and just eat it as it is, you know. Now if you're a vegetarian, then you could add onions to it. You could add black beans, pinto beans, and then add the rest of these ingredients without the ground beef. Alright, so very important, first thing we have to do is wash our bell pepper. You have to think of it this way, when you go grocery shopping, how many times you see people touching your bell pepper, right? So we want to get those fingerprints off your bell pepper. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut the top off around here, but get as close as you can, because we want most of that bell pepper. We don't want to throw it all away like that, do we? Alright, so we're just going to cut it off nice and slow. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, see that? Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put our fingers in here and give it a little twist. It should pop right out, right? Over the sink. And there you go. Look at all those seeds. If you want to grow bell pepper, you can plant these seeds and you have bell pepper, okay? And then just try and get all that loose stuff out of there as best you can. Now we're going to rinse because we got all those seeds in there. So I'm going to rinse it out real good and then move on to the next. Alright, so this is how you want it. You want to try and get everything inside out as best you can. Doesn't matter if it's an even cut or not. As you can see, this is not, but that's fine. And then we're going to add in the beef mixture in here and then put the cheese on top. So we'll probably come up probably right about here and then have it cheese all the way up like this. Makes a really good bell pepper, and boy is it full of flavor. All right, let me get these other 4 washed up and we'll move on to the slow cooker, okay? Okay, so after we've cut the tops off and cleaned them out real good, we'll put all 5 in just like that. And now we're going to add in the beef, okay? Okay, so we're going to get a spoon and then we're just going to spoon them right on in there as best as you can. Now you're going to have to tuck it in because there's like little gaps here and there. You're going to find that out. So you just kind of push it in there, it'll fall into place. Alright, let me get these all filled up and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, we've got all 5 filled with beef mixture. Now we're going to add in the cheese. I'm going to stick it right on top just like that. We're going to try and pack it in as best we can. We want a lot of cheese on there. Alright, that's good for that one. And I'm going to do the rest. I'll be right back. Okay, next we're going to add in the final touch, and that's going to be the half a cup of beef broth. Alright, so I'm just going to pour like right here, a lot of it right there. Some over here. Try not to get it on top. We want it to help the bell pepper, okay? Next we're going to put this on. We're going to sit there and put it on for 3.5 hours to 4 hours depending on your cooking, okay? Some cook hotter, some don't. So I'm going to do mine for 3.5 hours. It should be done by then, alright? I'll see you in a little bit, bye. Okay, my 3.5 hours has passed. Okay, notice I put the water right there in the middle. Try not to get it on to the bell peppers, okay? Now this is a very delicate situation because they're very soft. So I'm going to use 2 spoons and I'm going to try and scoop one right out carefully. It really sticks, don't it? Beautiful. Look at that. Boy, is this really good. If you make this, please leave it in the description. Love to hear from you. Give me a thumbs up and don't forget to, that's right, subscribe. Love to have you as part of the family. To all my loyal subscribers, I am so happy that you're here. Well, that concludes the slow cooker build presentation. You all take care of yourself and be safe.